everyone. Welcome to For His Namesake. Today we're going to do a requested video, which is for us to each take turns and give you the names of the YouTube channels that we watch on a regular basis, whether it be just because or for leisure purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And it's funny, I was actually thinking I wanted to do this anyway. So me and this subscriber, we were thinking alike. Okay, I'm going to go first. My first one that I am subscribed to, her name is Ruth Aisling, and of course my husband will put all the links in there for each one of these so you can find them just like that. She is a solo traveler who explores her home country of Scotland in her camper van, and it's just so nice to hear her voice, that accent, that Scottish accent. Okay, the second one I watch is called, which is actually a new one, I just found this one. I'm thinking I'm pronouncing this right, Parallel Universe. These are cats taking on the roles of humans in everyday activities, and they have the most sweetest stories ever of love and kindness, and it's just wonderful. And I mean, I'm more of a dog lover than a cat lover, but these cats are adorable, so if you like cats, you'll really like this one. The next one is called Lulu the Pug. This woman has 2.88 million subscribers. I'm one of them. And she's in Holland, and she owns an 11-year-old pug named Lulu, and then her sister, a younger sister named Mosey. And they just have the most adorable videos on there of these two little pugs. So if you're a pug lover, and even if you're not a pug lover, you're going to love this. We all fell in love with this right away, right?
They're adorable.
They're adorable. Okay. And she's got a video, I think, almost every day. Okay, then there's the other one, my fourth one that I really like a whole lot, and she has a very soothing voice, and if you like to hear an Australian accent, this lady is named Ellie, and she is called Ellie's Everyday Soap Making. And she just shows you how to make homemade natural soaps, detergents, a variety of things. She also does sourdough breads, and she has a separate channel of whole grain bread making. And her voice is very soothing to listen to as well. And plus it's just exciting just to learn how to make soaps. Even if you're never going to make soaps, it's just fun to watch. And then my fifth and final one, and these are not in any order of preference, I just happened to find them on my list. This one is called Mush Slime. You all know that I love to watch slime videos. And this one's called Mush Slime. She does a lot of shorts videos. She's located in Africa. And she has a neat little thing on her shorts videos. She'll show you that she's making the slime, and then she'll say, what would you like to call this slime? I think that's kind of neat, because then all these people write in and say, well, I want to call it this, or I think it should be called this. So I think that's neat, and I just have fun watching them. Okay, next, Valentine.
Oh, it's so hard to narrow it down, so I'm just going to go to the ones I most watch. Besides the shout-out videos, you can go back, I think it's like 5 months ago, if you have the time to go back, or my dad, if he has the time, or me, we can go back and see what we did for shout-outs, or write that in the description box for you, because I do watch the shout-outs that we did too.
Yes.
These are the ones we did not mention in those videos, okay? So the first one I watch regularly is called The Presley Girls. And in fact, I'm friends with, well, I mean, I call them my friends, but one in particular, she and I text every now and then. Very sweet Christian family. They're twin. Well, they're not really girls anymore, but they're twin sisters. They both have boys. They very close-knit family. And as a bonus, I'm not adding it, but as a bonus, you can watch their mom's channel, Celebrating Appalachia, so you can know more about the family. Very sweet, godly family.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I watch, kind of compilation, so I'm not really sure which one to mention first. Maybe I'll go with this one. It's called Chad and Erin. Erin is E-R-I-N. It's a woman's name. I mentioned before that on TV several years ago, it was called Bringing Up Bates. It was a reality TV show, and it was based on a Christian family with 19 children. Very sweet family. I just loved them all. So sad when their show ended. But since then, some of their children who are adults and have families of their own, they've started their own YouTube videos. and Chad and Aaron is one of the YouTubers. And in addition, they have a Christian business just called Chad and Aaron Co. or Chad and Aaron Company. They do they make Christian products,
Bible verses,
cards,
cards.
leather notebooks. They've recently started to make tallow for your face and hands. So very, very creative. Is that two I mentioned? Okay, that's two I mentioned.
Yes.
I watch a lot of the Bates videos, so that would take too much time because there's more than 5. But if you just click Chad and Aaron, YouTube more than likely will recommend their siblings' videos as well, because a lot of people watch their videos too. Oh, I'm hoping that'll happen for you. Okay, another one I watch. I didn't write this down. Okay, it's called Our Tribe of Many. Again, a very big family, 11 children. One of them is already married, and the oldest, I think, is 19 already. It's a white woman. She married a Kenyan man, and they live in Nebraska. He's a pastor of a large church. He also has a financial business. They moved on their own property, their own farm, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and loving it. So you'll get to see their Christian faith and how they are starting or have started this new journey of farm raising cows, chickens, ducks, baking bread, having a garden. So if you like homesteading and watching a Christian family at the same time, I recommend that channel. Okay, is that 3?
I think that's 3. Yes.
Yes.
Two more.
I'm just kind of going down the thing. Okay, here's another one. I wouldn't say I watch them regularly because he mostly does lives, and I'm not always available to watch his lives. But his name is Marty Goetz. That's Goetz. He's a Messianic Jewish man. He is a well-known composer and singer. He's a songwriter. He goes across the states to different churches and conferences. He plays the piano very well. He's even gone to Israel before. A very nice family. Every Tuesday and Friday, or at least he tries to, he and his wife put on a live, and they will play the piano. They sometimes have requests. He plays Christian songs and old-timey songs. It's a beautiful time of worship. In fact, it's called House of Worship, but the channel is Marty Goetz. Was that 4?
That's 4.
Last
one
one.
more.
What if I take someone else's idea?
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. I don't think you'll have any of my ideas.
What if I have Daddy's?
It would be an
That's
accident.
okay.
You think it'd be an accident?
That
Yeah,
would
I think
be a
it'd be
neat
an
thing.
accident.
That would
Because I
be
think
neat.
I saw you look up one of them.
Well, if you
That's
do,
okay,
you'll
go ahead.
sleep in the back tonight.
I'm curious.
Okay, another one that's half new to me. One of our subscribers actually mentioned it. It's called Expedition Bible. So if you thought the Bible was boring, it's not. It's fascinating, especially when you go back to archaeology and you find out just how much the Bible shows evidence that it is true. It's just really fascinating. I think he's done maybe only 40 because he is very busy with his own work. He lives, I think, in Jordan, but he is an American. And the videos do take a lot of editing time, so the more subscribers and the help he gets, the more he can make these videos for you all. But it's really fascinating. Recommend that you watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, Valentine is a thief. Okay.
Valentine is very biblical, isn't she? She mentioned all of hers are all Christian Bible-based channels, and as you could tell, mine are all kind of, none of them are Christian-based that I can think of. I mean, they may be Christian in their own walk with the Lord, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. But I was thinking more on a leisure basis.
I watch them all the time, though.
She's always learning, and which is sweet, isn't it? Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Go ahead. Your turn.
Okie dokie. Well, I now have 4. Valentine stole one of mine.
Aww.
Okay. But I mean, I'll find another one. Anyway, first one that I have is Off the Curb Ministries. This is a Joe Kirby. That's where he gets the name from. He's from Lancaster, England, I believe, and he's occupation, quote unquote, is a street preacher there, and but he also puts out a lot of videos that are, you know, on this channel. On this channel, he has another channel which is more of a
Cup of Joe, I think it's called.
yeah, Cup of Joe. Yeah, either one of those would be good, and you know, but they're very interesting videos. But he always brings it back to a gospel message, and focuses on that in the end. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Um, Next one is Stephen Meyer, um, his channel, and if you remember some years ago, Stephen Meyer became a professor for a time at Baylor University. In their, I forgot what department it was in, biology or something like that. And anyway, it caused a uproar when he started doing, you know, teaching on intelligent design, which Baylor, if you know, it may be Baptist, quote unquote, but it's evolutionary in its teachings. Mm-hmm. And so that created like a firestorm basically in Baylor, and he basically had to leave too because he wasn't welcome there anymore. And so, but now I found his channel online and on YouTube, and it's a pretty neat channel. And I suggest watching it. You know, he's trying to explain not strictly intelligent design, but the problems with evolutionary theories in general, and you know how a belief in God, can is not it doesn't have to contradict, quote unquote, science. Science has just been, what's the word, hijacked by those who don't believe in God, and so trying to show that science and God are not contradictory at all. The original, scientists were mostly Christian, and so bringing that a lot into, putting both of those things together is, I think it's a neat thing, and I suggest watching his channel.
So this will be number 3.
Yes, 3 and 4 are on my list. They're close. They're related to each other. The first one is Answers in Genesis. This is an organization basically started by Ken Ham. I think he's from Australia, and they are focusing on Genesis as the key to unlocking the Bible or Christianity and everything. If you don't, if you don't believe and understand Genesis, you're it's hard to understand the Bible and the things that are in the Bible. Most of those things start in Genesis, and that the focus on Genesis as a book of history, real life history. That we can rely on God's word, and that it's not just made up stuff that doesn't mean anything. Even if it's hard to understand, it's still God's word, and it's God breathed, just like every other book is. But it's the sister website is Answers in Genesis Canada. I enjoy listening to their videos too. They're a little different. They have their own channel and direction they're going in, but like I said, they're sister channels, so they help and coordinate sometimes together in their content.
Is that what you call apologetics?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. You can say apologetics, but I would say it's different than trying to prove the Bible from using other things like text, philosophy and other things.
And as a side note, for those of you wondering, Answers in Genesis, they do have a creation museum in Kentucky and the Ark Encounter, where they literally built what the Ark would have looked like from the Bible.
Right. Real life size.
Yeah.
It's not just a downsized one, but it's got. If you go inside, it's kind of like it would be, quote unquote, like in the Bible.
I'd like to go one day.
Yes, I would too.
And don't they also have a magazine that you used to get? Answers
Yeah,
in
Answers
Genesis?
It's called.
It's kind of fascinating.
It's not Answers in
It's
Genesis.
not, but
I
it's
don't
a
think.
fascinating magazine. And I don't like to read,
it's
but
Answers, but I'm not sure.
Right, Answers.
That one's
and
exciting.
I think they also have a school that started several years ago.
Yes.
I don't know if it's for college or going up to high school, but
it is college because one of your relatives went there. Your cousins. She went there. Yeah.
No, that's not true.
That's not the same one. Okay,
that's a different college.
Okay, sorry.
We'll put in the link.
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
I just know there's a school somewhere there.
Yes. Okay. And the fifth and final one.
It was going to be Expedition Bible by Joel Kramer. He's the one who is the Expedition Bible guy.
You see, it's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, and if you just like look up Joel Kramer, he does archaeology and stuff using like historical place sites that you read about in the Old Testament. He'll like go to these places and show you where things happened in real life. Like where, for instance, like the place where, what was it? I can't think of off of my head, but there's so many of them. Like the cities where Sodom and Gomorrah, the ones that burned. That's a good, interesting one. Proving that through archaeology, which cities burned and which one was saved. There was one that didn't burn, and that's in the Bible too. Remember, the angel said, "Go to that city; you're gonna be safe." All right. And also, if you look him up in Google, Joel Kramer, there's other videos about him too, because he did a lot of tours in the Holy Land, and so with another company or something, and those are interesting too. Pretty neat stuff.
And he has a book on Amazon, an archaeological book.
Yes, if you find in all of his videos, he references that, and you can buy it there too. Right. Finally,
that would be number 6 now, but that's okay.
This is like 5B.
Because you were robbed.
5B because I was robbed. I am I like disc golfing. That's my hobby, and so I do have several. I watch several YouTube channels that are run by basically professional disc golfers, and it's all good, clean stuff. There's no language or anything on those that I have found. Anyway, and you learn about disc golfing and the different courses out there, and those are, to me, fun and interesting stuff. So I'll put a link or two if anybody wants to check it out.
I was about to ask what the name of one of them is.
One of them I watch quite often is Simon Lizotte. He's German, but he lives in the U.S. in Massachusetts, and he's a pretty neat disc golfer, and he's really good as far as disc golfing goes. But he's so nice, very nice guy. Anyway, I'll put a few links in the description, and you can go check those out if you're interested.
And I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I do have a disclaimer. For each and every channel that we mention, it does not mean that we endorse every single thing they do. Like, I mentioned a lot of Christian channels, but that does not mean that I agree with everything they do. Like, some of these channels, they do celebrate Halloween. We don't. Some might think certain movies are okay. I don't, and vice versa. We each have our own convictions on things. It doesn't mean I'm going to not watch them, because they are still believers, but I just want to give that disclaimer.
And my disclaimer, as I said, the 5 that I mentioned, I had no idea they were going to be on a biblical thing here, because the ones I mentioned are all leisure things that I like to watch for leisure purposes, just to relax and enjoy myself and just, but I am careful as far as I'm not going to watch something where the main host that's speaking is using bad language. at least not that I know of. But these are things that I just leisurely watch on a regular basis, and I don't always make a comment, so you may not see my comments on there.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to watch because it's just so relaxing. So I was thinking we were doing more of a relaxing leisure. So if I didn't mention your name and you have a ministry, for example, because we do have people that we're subscribed to that do have ministries, but I didn't and if I didn't mention you, please don't get your feelings hurt. I was thinking more of that it was just more of a leisure thing aside from ministry. So, so anyway,
me, those are my leisure channels that I go to.
Okay.
I watch them like every day, every other day. Some are, it's not all just ministry. A lot of these are just family life that I just love to watch. It's kind of like day in the life videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine, I'm subscribed to all of these, and when they put a video out, I'll watch it. Yeah, but I also watch other things for fun and
Right.
for relaxation and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And both me and Valentine, we're subscribed to almost I know I have over 100 different people that I'm subscribed to, and I didn't even mention those to you right now either. And a lot of them are Christians, but I guess I was just thinking this was more of like leisure fun, like a fun things that we watch. I guess that's what I was thinking. But that's okay.
You'll get a good mix of channels that
you'll get to see
watch
what we're really like.
Exactly.
And since we have so many, if you guys are interested, we can probably do a part 2 one day of other channels that we watch, because I do watch other channels.
Yes.
Yes.
That are leisure too.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Okay. We hope that you've enjoyed this.
Sure.
And if y'all, I'm sorry, I was going to mention that if any of y'all have anything. Of course, I don't know if you can put links on there. I don't think YouTube will allow that.
You can
but
put
you
links.
You can?
You
okay,
can.
But if y'all have any leisure or even ministry type channels that y'all are subscribed to that you think we would be interested in, sure, go ahead and put in the comments down below. That'd be interesting. And then we would get to know a little bit about y'all too.
Well, you don't have to put the link per se, as long as you put, like a channel at so-and-so, that you can find it that way too.
Yes, definitely. Okay, now you can say your famous last. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.